What's up guys, Rich Scuba Bash. I'm out here with the all new ARRMA 4S OUTCAST V2. This will be run number 4. So far I'm super impressed with this new platform, guys. Like I said in previous videos, it's about 2 inches wider and about 1 inch longer than the first version. It's got a strengthened chassis, it's got way more ground clearance with longer shocks, beefier arms. Still haven't had to touch the slipper, the shocks, or the diffs. Basically, the sucker's handled awesome straight out of the box. I'm back out here at Folsom Lake, one of my favorite spots to bash. You'll see the water levels finally come down. Hadn't been out here in a few months because the water, basically it's receded about 30 to 40 feet is my guess. All my spots have been underwater until just recently. So far this sucker's been ultra durable, so huge hats off to ARRMA for all the updates. I've had 2 hard skate park bashes and 1 kind of dirt mixed bash with my buddies. This thing's definitely taken a beating. So far the only real breakage is I ended up cracking one of these top race links in the back. Super easy to repair. It was actually holding together. I tried gluing it, but eventually I just put a new one on. The other thing I found at home after my skate park bash is I had to actually crack basically the mudguard of the chassis. Fortunately, the chassis hung tough. What I did was I ended up putting in a 1/2 inch by 3/4 inch piece of angle aluminum. I think it's 1/16 inch thick. Basically butted it from the front power module all the way to the slipper housing. Didn't put any bolts through the bottom. I just basically ran a few bolts right underneath the skirt on the side. A couple guys on the channel were wondering whether I like this or the Max overall. To me, this truck's a way better value. It's about $100 cheaper. It's got a way wider stance, better handling, super easy to work on, pretty much just as durable as the Max is. Not knocking the Max, guys, but for me this is definitely way more fun to bash. Only change I've done is I added some heat shrink to the motor wires just because I had one of these pull off in my last dirt bash. I tried gorilla taping them, but unfortunately they just started pulling apart. The first major mod I'll be doing for this sucker for next runs is I'm going to put in an M2C Racing 7075 motor mount. Obviously that's adjustable just like the stock one, but it comes with this super beefy little center support that replaces that red block. Essentially it takes all the strain away from the plastic slipper housing from the motor weight, and I'm also going to be dropping in a slightly bigger Hobby Star 3674. Honestly, the truck's got plenty of power with the stock setup, guys. I just like to tool around and experiment with stuff. This is a super critical upgrade here, guys. You want to make basically a little escape for the slipper housing. It just lets all the sand, dust, and dirt out of there so it doesn't trash your bearings. In a nutshell, guys, I'm out here just to have a good time and see how this sucker does in the natural terrain. Wild animal, guys. This thing rips, guys. Don't need 6S to have a good time. Oh, man, this thing just takes a hammering. It's nuts. Oh. Little bushwhacker there, guys. I'll tell you what, this truck, again, it's only about 9 pounds, guys, and it just takes an absolute hammering. I'm just so impressed with this little sucker. Love the suspension on this, guys. I think that's LVC. Well, guys, had another blast out here. Definitely one of my favorite RTRs. Again, I really haven't busted anything major on this truck after 4 runs, and every run I've had at least 1 or 2 major flails. So anyway, absolutely stoked about this, guys. Again, the truck does have plenty of power with the stock setup. I only went up 2 teeth on the pinion from the get-go. But like I mentioned, I'm definitely going to go with the 7075 M2C Racing motor mount. It just takes so much strain off the slipper housing, keeps the motor from basically jamming into the chassis, especially when I go with a longer can. All right, guys, until next time. Late. I gotta say, guys, this thing's super easy to control. Oh, you're welcome. Had to put one out for the kids.